Hello everyone, welcome to the Rita Spector channel. Ours is a community of women 50 plus focusing on lifestyle, health and wellness, travel and joy. Stay tuned for the end of this episode for your RS goodie bag and have your cameras ready to take a snapshot. In today's episode, we are very honored to have once again with us the incomparable Elaine Adler, president of the Aventura Marketing Council and Chamber of Commerce. Previously, we spoke about the makings of the Marketing Council and how people network and empower themselves. Today, we're going to focus more on us, women in our 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, getting back into the workforce, changing careers, and trying to figure it all out. If anybody could help with those suggestions, it is Elaine Adler. Welcome, Elaine.
I'm so happy to be back again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I loved that you touch on women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what happened. Do you know the fastest growing segment of our society? 100 plus years old.
Oh my God.
I cannot tell you
100?
how many 100-year-old birthday parties I go to.
That is-
Just in Aventura, you can imagine. Well, of course, Aventura.
Yes. Wow.
Beautiful lifestyle, senior life care center. So they're taking such good care of them, right?
Right. So I've encountered a lot of women who have become empty nesters. Some of them still in their marriages, some of them exiting their marriages, and some women widowed. There are a number of women that really stayed at home, and then once the kids left, they didn't know what to do. And of course, there are so many go-to professions, especially real estate, because it's easy to get a license, not easy to keep one. And people think it's easy, which it isn't, but it can be very easy as far as lifestyle goes, because you can make your own hours and things of that nature. So what kind of advice can you give to somebody who is maybe venturing into a new profession and they're kind of worried because here I am 50 plus, 60 plus, and my boss is in their 20s and 30s, and how do you interact and figure it all out?
It's funny you're saying those exact words. I had that conversation yesterday with a woman in that exact same position. And she said, I had spent my prior life working, and then it was the husband, and now nothing. What do I do? And I said, what do you love to do? What is it? Is it art? Is it charities? Is it animals? Find something that moves your heart, that you can find the passion for. Because you know that most millionaires are doing what gives them the passion, yes, it's the money, but it's the passion and the commitment and the dedication and the joy in doing something they love to do. If there is no open position, volunteer there. Say, I would love to volunteer at this place. I'll give you, what do you need? 2 days a week, 3 days a week. I will do anything you need me to do. You just need to be in that environment. You need to be back in the work environment. Start out as a volunteer, and then it's going to lead to something. At the very least, it's going to bring you back into the work world.
Yes.
Because
Very
they
true.
will have, each of those organizations, the companies, the charities, whatever, the nonprofits, they're going to have their own networking groups. You'll meet people. They will see you in a different light.
This is so true. I heard a great phrase recently. It used to be, it's who you know. Maybe that was back in the 60s, 70s. It's who you know. Then it was what you know. But now it's more like who knows you. So if you're there volunteering, people are watching you and saying, that's the work ethic that I want. This woman was a mom and she raised 4 kids. That takes a lot of juggling. She would be great organizing my office. There's just such a myriad of things.
There is. And you know what? Call your local Chamber of Commerce, wherever you are.
Perfect.
And say, look, I'll be glad to volunteer. What do you need? You need me to file papers? Fine. You need me to do a little database entry? Fine. You need me to greet people at your meetings? Fine. Get back in.
Get started.
And that kind of gives you a very wide array of people that will start knowing you, and then you just might have your choices.
And how about sharpening skills? Learning Spanish, if you live in Miami, that is a big help.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one, right?
Yes,
right,
yes,
right,
yes,
right.
yes.
There's all sorts of skills to learn, you know? And if you have one skill, add to it.
Yes.
And if you have two skills, add to it. Be the learner. Be the first one. So I put a dear friend over at a hotel. She had never worked at a hotel. You know, the hospitality industry, very needy in terms of employees. And my words of advice, I said, honey, do anything they need. If they need someone to check in people at the front desk, you volunteer to do that. You learn that. You're smart. You can learn it. If they need someone answering the phones at night, you do that. If they need someone valet parking the cars for the day because the valet parker didn't show, which that was happening, you do that. You can learn. You can do it all.
Yes.
She did that. She did that for 1 year. P.S. They have moved her up 3 times in this hotel chain. Great opportunities for her. I talked to the GM of the hotel the other day. He said, I love this girl.
This is so
She
great.
just wants to be part of the team and help out. We know we can count on her.
Good.
And reliability is such a big one.
Yes.
If you say
Showing
you're
up.
going to do something, you show up and you do it.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Our age group is more conscious of that, I think.
Right.
Not to diminish millennials, GX, Generation X, Generation Z, and all that, but we had that kind of work ethic. We were brought up that way because, and maybe it was before the advent of technology, this is my theory, there weren't cell phones, there weren't beepers. You could not cancel with somebody at the last minute because in 1975, if you were going to a movie at 8 o'clock, everybody was there at 7:45 with the popcorn, ready to go, right? Because you showed up, you were accountable, and we have lost that over the decades, I think, and it's become somewhat in some spheres acceptable to, I'll just cancel at the last minute, boom, boom, boom.
Or just won't
Done.
show and not call.
Right. So this is a big advantage for those ladies that are in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, getting back into the workforce, changing their profession, looking for something new and exciting. I did it. Because I'm here.
I was a dental nurse for 10
Oh my goodness.
years. I was a dental nurse for the top endodontist in Chicago when I was there. And my husband said to me one day, let's move to Florida. I said, pack up the house and 2 kids and move to Florida? He said, yes. He says, I'd like to live down there before I have 1 foot in the grave. I said, okay. So 3 months later, here we are in Florida. I've got 2 young kids, and a friend said to me, would you like to work part-time at a chamber of commerce? I said, well, I could work part-time as long as I'm home when my kids get home from school. The days you want to be home for your kids, right?
Right.
And that's how it started for me. I never said, I want to be a chamber of commerce leader.
Right. It evolved.
It evolved.
You evolved, and the position evolved. So ladies, I hope you enjoyed meeting Elaine Adler once again, the incomparable Elaine Adler, a very, very dear friend of mine. So happy to have you here. So ladies, in the world of social media, to be a leader, you must sometimes be a follower, so please subscribe. Until we meet in our next episode, stay strong, stay resilient, stay joyful, and never let anyone or anything take away your peace. Make your day and someone else's great.